I'm 16 years old. I'm standing outside Valerie Grusin's front door after our second date. And she's telling me how much she loved the movie. And I'm not paying attention because I'm thinking, this is going nowhere. And I'm okay with that. I was a romantic from a very early age. My first love, grade 3. Her name was Miss Peevers. At the end of the year, Miss Peevers got married. She invited the whole class to her wedding. I cried, not out of joy. She gave me a kiss. Grade 5, Marlene Rosenfeld. At the end of the year class party, they were playing Spin the Bottle in the basement, and I joined the circle and sat right across from her, and I waited. My heart was pounding. I was nervous. I was excited. The bottle came to me. I spun it, went round, and it stopped, and it pointed at Marlene Rosenfeld. I got up, she got up, I approached her, she left the room. After that, it was Debbie Wagman and Ellen Rosenberg and Tia Parker, and I fell in love with all of them, but they weren't interested in me, but that was all right. I kept trying until that time when I was 14. You see, at that point, I would go out with a girl maybe once or twice. But then, like Valerie Grusin, I just wanted to be friends. And so even though I thought maybe I should ask her out again, I said, bye Valerie, see you at class, and that was it. Because at that point in my life, at 14, everything had changed. The little girl I babysat for died in a car crash on Christmas Eve. 3 months before that, my friend Steve died in a bicycle accident, and on March 5th, my father came home and had a heart attack and passed away. So from that point on, I did not want to get close to anyone because I figured they were going to die on me. Summer of grade 12, I'm sitting around a room with about 8 other young people and a couple adults. It's the University Settlement House, and we're going to be volunteer day camp counselors. And then all of a sudden, she talks. She's got short brown hair, a little up to her nose. She's saying how we really have to make sure the kids have car fare home and we should have fresh fruits and vegetables. I'm thinking, boy, she really cares about these kids and she's got a great nose. Over the next couple weeks, we don't get to talk much because we take out kids at different times to different places. I find her name is Tricia. And when we talk, there's real eye contact. She seems to listening to me. She's laughing at my jokes and I'm thinking, maybe I'd like to see more of her. And then the summer's ending, I know I have to do something, so I casually approach her and say, you know, maybe we should get together during the year. Can I have your phone number? And she says, yes, and my heart skips a beat. This is no Valerie Grusin. This is someone I want to be with. 3 weeks later, I'm at Massey Hall, sitting next to Tricia. On stage, my favorite group. They're called the Lettermen. 3 guys who sang very, very intricate harmonies. Songs like, when I fall in love, it will be forever. We have arms on the armrests, we're not testing, and I'm trying to concentrate on her and think about what's gonna happen next when we go out for dinner, but I love the band, so I don't know what to focus on. So we go for dinner and we sit and talk and we find out interesting things we didn't know about each other. She has a brother, I have a brother. She has a cottage, I have a cottage. She likes math, I have a brother. And she's laughing at my jokes and she's smiling and I'm eating my chocolate mousse as slowly as I can because I want this date to last. And a couple times to make a point, she grabs my hand and my heart jumps again. And then we go to the subway, I take her home by TTC and we're walking down the street close to each other and I'm trying to think if my hand will touch hers, but I don't. And we get to her door. And I'm thinking, am I close enough for a kiss? No, maybe. And as I say to myself, okay, she says, thanks, good night. I say good night. And I'm walking back to the subway and I'm euphoric. We've had our date and I'm planning out what's gonna happen next. The next summer we'll go to a cottage, hers is larger. And then I'll take her home to meet the folks. She won't have to convert, it'll be great. And I'm thinking, where will our next date be? And I have the ideal place. My uncle's penthouse apartment. My uncle has an apartment at Bathurst and St. Clair, the top floor of the Park Towers with a view west of the sunset. How romantic. I'll take her, we'll see the sunset, we'll hold hands, we'll go for dinner, and then we'll go to her cottage and everything else will be fine. I phone her up, she says yes, and over the next 3-4 weeks, I'm writing and rewriting what I'm gonna say. I know what my line will be. When the moment happens, I'll say to her, Trish, I really haven't felt this way before, and I really want to spend time with you. And she'll say she'll want to spend time with me, and the scenario will play out. We meet at my uncle's apartment. Now, what happens is my mother had a set of keys for my uncle's apartment when he was out of town, and somehow I had a set of keys for when he was out of town, and he was out of town. So we go to the 27th floor, the elevator goes up, the doors open, we walk out, we're standing on the balcony. I'm holding the rail because I'm shaking, I'm nervous. The sun is just about to hit the horizon, not a cloud in the sky. And I go over what I'm going to say, and it's that moment. And I turn to her, she turns to me, and I say nothing. And I turn back and watch the sunset, and I am in tears on the inside. I'm a coward. Why don't you say something? The sun is half down. I go, okay, I'm ready. I turn again. It takes her a moment to turn to me. Nothing. She turns back. I turn back. The sun goes down. The sunset's over, and it's getting dark. But I turn to her and I say, it's getting dark. We should go. And we leave. We go to the elevator. I push the button. The doors open. We go and stand at the very back of the elevator, and then I realize, yes, I should push the lobby button. I go to push the lobby button. I go back. And as the door is closing, I turn to her, and she turns to me, and we embrace, and we hug, and we kiss for 27 floors. The greatest kiss of my life at that time. Still top 6. And we're kissing, and we're kissing, and we're kissing, and then I hear, ding! We know the door's opening. We separate. There's no one in the lobby. I know what I have to do. Push 27, get back up there and tell her how I feel. And I don't. I walk out the door. She follows me. We go to the subway. We get to her door. I don't say anything, and I'm about to say something. I know, but she says, thank you. Goodbye. And she goes in the door. And I'm going back to the subway and kicking myself again and thinking how stupid I am. And then I stop. And I take a moment. I realize, we kissed. Did I kiss her? Did she kiss me? It didn't matter. We kissed 27 floors. I am happy as I could be. My heart is dancing, and I'm figuring, what's the next move? But I'll take my time. And for the next 2 days, I'm happier than I've been in a long time. I'm singing in the shower. I'm enjoying high school. I'm nice to my mother. Everything's great. And then the third day, I come home. I'm getting the mail. There's a note from her. It's a blue envelope with her return address. It's her thank you note. I go to the couch. I open it very gingerly because I want to keep it in our memory box. It'll be perfect. I take the note out as I sit on the couch, and I unfold it. I read it. It says, Dear Brian, I can't see you anymore. I have a boyfriend. Good luck, Trish. And I melt into the couch, and my heart stops. It takes a little while for it not to be heard as much. That next summer, I'm back at the university settlement house with a new group of kids. And after I tell them stories, one young woman, Sherry, comes over and starts to talk to me. And I'm thinking, wow, this is nice. She's paying attention. And then over the summer, we spend a lot more time together. And at the end of the summer, I go to her cottage. And I realize at that point in my life, I really should thank Tricia, because even though she broke my heart, she opened it up again. Thank you.